Hi, this is Natalie Jordan here with our Google Doc tutorial. I'm sure most of you are already familiar with Google Documents, so I'm going to keep this nice and short. The first thing I want to show you is to make a copy of things because other teachers might be sharing things with you and you don't want to mess with their work. So you'll go ahead, you'll make a copy. Make sure to have a nice organized Google Drive. It'll make your life so much easier. So went ahead and already created a file for this year. Then within that, I have my data sheets. This just really makes my life easier. So go ahead, make a copy of that. You would rename it based on the student. I'm going to go ahead and just make this student A. So I would probably name it SA trial sheet, so that it's nice and easy if I want to look that up later. I would go through that student's IEP next and go ahead and just copy in all of the goals that they have. And then I would either have daily, weekly, bi-weekly. It really will depend on the goal. So I might want to go ahead and actually change that to trial dates, just so that staff knows to go ahead and make the date. The note about whether they got it incorrect independently, they needed verbal prompts or modeled prompts. So I really like doing that. The next thing I wanted to show you is to add other collaborators, because you might have staff that's out and about on campus and it's much easier for them to just do a quick check or an X rather than having to take that clipboard with them everywhere. So you would go ahead and hit share. You want to keep this as restricted. You would just add certain people that are relevant. So let's say I need Miguel Reyes, one of our transition services providers. So I'll go ahead, I'll add him in here. I want him to be an editor. I know he'll do good stuff with it. There are other people though where, maybe just a viewer for this one. You don't want them to be able to change anything. But the good thing is that even if someone did make a change, you can always go to File, Version History, so that you can see who's making these edits. I know that this is really helpful for me if I have different aides in my classroom. I want to be able to make sure that I know who's taking data, if it's reliable, all of that kind of stuff. So this is just the basic for Google Docs when it comes to creating data collection. The other thing I wanted to show you quickly, just in case you are more of a newbie to Google Docs, would be creating a new one and making your own table, because I think that this is a huge skill. And this way you'll be able to get creative with all of the different templates that you want to use. And then within here, you can go ahead, distribute columns, table properties, just see a lot of different cool things that you can go ahead and try so that you can make a data collection system that you're proud of and that you want to be using every day. Thank you for checking this out. And if you have any questions, please email me at njordan@hbuhsd.edu. Thank you.